Hey, this is Christian Nossum with the Awesome Nossum Group,
Hey, and this is Jason Saldariaga with the Awesome Nossum Group.
and we are here with August's Seattle real estate market update.
Yeah, we just got the numbers for July. They're just starting to come in. And I have some exciting information.
Yes.
So some hard numbers here. Listings were up 44% year over year from July of last year. That's the largest year over year increase in listings since April 2008.
So we actually have things to choose from now. As a buyer, you actually have choice.
Oh my gosh, amazing. The number of sales in King County fell 8% between June and July, but a year ago they fell 11% over the same period. There is an annual cycle at play. We're entering the part of the year where things start to slow down. We're at the peak, and now we're coming off that peak.
Yep. So I always talk about, and we do in our videos every single time at our classes, we always talk about the annual cycle. It's like a bell curve from January to December. It does this, peaks in the summer, and then it goes back down. So we reach the peak of number of sales. Now they're starting to go down. So they went down 8% number of sales. We're not talking price. We're talking number of sales went down 8%. Last year, this same time, it went down 11%. So we're right on track, essentially, with last year.
But there's just a significant amount more of inventory. There's
Exactly.
many more houses on the market. So buyers, like you were saying, have many more options. To many of our clients, I think feel it's less stressful.
Yeah.
Because before it was, you would have to jump on something really quick. You saw a listing, and you might have a day to make a decision to present an offer on that. Now, some properties are still very competitive, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But there are more options, and sometimes you can present an offer that has a lot more contingencies in it than you could a few months ago. So it protects the buyer. It allows more options for the buyer to back out if they need to.
Yeah, and I will say this too. It's, we actually were talking about this earlier. Some of our clients, they have searches set up, and every week they would have, maybe 5 properties to choose from, maybe.
Yeah.
Now it's more like 20, maybe 30 to choose from. So there's a lot more choice. In terms of selling, because if you're a seller, you're thinking about selling, this is a great time, because if you had to sell your house as a contingent, if you have to make a contingent offer on your next one, you actually now have that opportunity. 3-4 months ago, no seller would accept a contingent offer. So contingent offer means I have to sell my current house in order to afford your house, Mr. Seller, that I'm trying to buy. I'm trying to buy your house. I'm trying to move up to that next one. I have to sell my house in order to afford it. I'll make my offer contingent on the sale of this house in order to get this one. They would never accept that.
Yeah, because they have 5 other offers on the table with
didn't have contingencies. Exactly. So now you actually have the opportunity to do that, which is huge. We have not had that opportunity for months and months, for really years at this point. And many newer agents in the market don't even know what a contingent offer is, because they've never dealt with it. People that have been in the market for 3 or 4 years, they just don't know what it is. So as someone that's been in the business for 13 plus years, I've dealt with numerous of those. Although it's been a while since I've dealt with them all the time, they are becoming more and more prevalent. So
another thing for sellers, though, there is so much interest right now from buyers because there's this blip. Maybe it's a permanent trend change. Maybe the market is changing permanently. We don't know yet, but right now there's a blip somehow. And there's a huge amount of surplus buyers. So many people are entering the market saying, very excited because now's their chance potentially.
Exactly.
So for a seller, it's still a great time because, it might be softening ever so slightly, but we're still just coming off of historic highs. So it's still very favorable towards sellers here.
Yeah.
The one caveat, well, there's several, but I will say, as a seller, you might have to put a little more work into differentiating. You might, instead of just putting your house on the market as is
and
with
assuming
no
it's
work,
going to sell in a week with 5 offers for $100,000 more.
You might want to stage. You might want to paint those parts that you need to paint, those rooms and that sort of thing, to make it stand out and get the best offer possible.
Yep.
But yeah, it's an exciting time. I'm excited to see how this changes. And if I was a home buyer currently, I'd definitely be encouraged with the statistics that we're seeing. It's definitely making it more enjoyable, easier for a lot of buyers. So.
Yeah, you don't have to waive everything anymore. You don't have to. You don't have to come in with. Well, you probably still, if it's going to be competitive, you still want to do a pre-inspection, but you don't necessarily have to waive your financing or your appraisal contingencies. Now, I'll also say this. So, the heart of the city of Seattle, the heart of Bellevue, East Side, in those areas that have always and always will be the most desirable, we're still seeing some multiple offers on places there. The further out you get, the least likely you are, the less likely you are to encounter multiple offers. If it's not priced perfectly, it's going to sit. If it is priced competitively, we had one listing in Columbia City. It was a condo. We priced it pretty well, but then another listing came on that didn't have a parking spot or a storage unit. Ours did. They came on $25,000 less than us, which made theirs look on the surface a lot better. But what happened was the people from that place, all the buyers that saw that one, then also saw ours. Then they realized that ours was different because it had parking and storage. Because of that, actually both units sold the same day, and I'm pretty sure both units sold for a little more than the asking price. So it's an interesting market right now. Make sure that whoever you're going with, hopefully it's us, but whoever you're going with understands what's going on in the market. If you ever want to meet up or chat and see if now is the right time for you, clearly, as you hopefully know by now, we are never going to pressure you to do something. We're always going to help you work through and figure out if this is a good time. If you want to do that, hit up our website, awesomenossum.com/schedule, and just set up what we call an initial consultation. It's super easy. We'll just meet up for a half hour, 45 minutes, or an hour, whatever. Grab a beer or coffee and just talk things through with you. We'll go over the neighborhoods that you're actually looking at and tell you what's going on there. Tell you if prices are still increasing a lot or if they're slowing down or what. So that's it. That's August, or I guess July, but it's August's recap. So
yeah, that's how it works.
That is how it works. All right. Thanks a lot.